Hello and welcome back. Guess what, folks? This next segment has become one of my favorite things in the entire world. This is a segment I like to call This or That. Okay, so if you happen to watch our second podcast episode, and if you didn't, I mean, what are you doing with your life? Why would you not be watching every episode we drop immediately?
Right.
I mean, Teena, really, what are these people doing? Why are we wasting our time if they're not watching it immediately?
I watch us.
I do too. We're a hoot. If you did not see our second episode, please go watch it. But if you did, you know that we did a game called This or That. And it was a bunch of wild and wacky questions. And I became incredibly enamored and tickled by the way Teena processed this information, and her decision-making technique should be trademarked. I loved it. It made me giggle. It was fun. So we're going to do it again.
Okay.
And if it works again, we're going to keep doing it until the wheels fall off this joke. Okay.
All right.
How's that?
Sounds good. I'm prepared. I know that you were kind enough to send me a list. I didn't look at it because I didn't look at the last one, and I think that works out better.
I'm glad you didn't look at the questions. I love it. Remind me not to scratch my nose on camera because it looks like I'm picking my nose all the time.
I know, me too. And I keep doing this.
Okay. They're like, why is he doing cocaine? I swear I'm not. It's very dry here. It's very itchy. All right.
God.
So, this or that. It's a very simple game. I'm going to ask Teena whether she would like to have this or that as part of her life, and she can choose to answer that any way she wants to. That's the fun. Here we go. Teena, would you rather have a nose that grows like Pinocchio when you lie, or ears that flap when you're embarrassed?
So, okay. I don't have any questions. That one's actually pretty straightforward.
Okay,
I'm going to say ears that flap when I'm embarrassed because I don't want people to know when I lie. I don't lie very often, but sometimes, you tell little like, oh yeah, you look great. Or, oh yeah, I thought that
I love your haircut.
I love your haircut. Yeah. And I don't need people to be like,
But okay, so were you ever one of those people like, oh, you're blushing when you were younger, and you start to blush and everyone would make fun of you and you get more embarrassed? Did that ever embarrass you at all?
No.
Oh, so you don't care. Flop the ears, ladies. Flop the ears away. Okay, great.
I honestly don't think I get embarrassed that often. I mean, it does happen. Like I said,
I think I could embarrass you in public.
I bet you could. And we actually were talking about this the other night, or actually last night, because we were talking about the fall at the Titanic. We'll tell that story another time.
Oh,
when we went to see Titanic and I fell. So that kind of stuff embarrasses me, especially because you guys were laughing so hard. And I was like trapped on the ground.
And we have laughed about it for 25 years continuously. Yes.
Anyway, we can talk about some of those things. But yeah, so I do get embarrassed, but I don't think I get embarrassed as often as I do little white lies like, oh no, that tasted good. Remind me not to eat that again or whatever.
Right. So, the amount of times she's told me, no, it was funny. I promise. You're really talented. You look great. I know. I get it.
I don't lie to you.
Please. Okay. You're so lucky that nose ain't growing, girl. You lucky. All right.
Next.
Would you rather live in a haunted mansion or live in a spaceship orbiting Earth? Live in a haunted mansion or live in a spaceship orbiting Earth?
Do I get to come home ever from space? Or do I have to live there forever by myself? Because I could dig with the living by myself, but do I get to come home?
I would say that you could travel as freely as you do now. Whether you're in the haunted house is not going to possess you and keep you in the haunted house. And if you're orbiting Earth, you get to come home twice a year. How about that? Twice a year, you get to come home. At the haunted house, you can leave whenever you want.
Yeah, but so here's the thing: when it gets dark, my imagination. I got a little bit of an imagination. I read, and it's weird some of the stuff that I read that I can even sleep. But
right.
I don't think if it was actually haunted and if I believed in ghosts and so I was actually experiencing all of that stuff, I don't think I could live in a haunted house. I would have to say, if those are my choices, I'm going to live in space, but I'm going to come home twice a year.
But you're just going to orbit floating around in space. And you're going to be fine with that.
I guess. Would I even be able to walk if I was weightless that long? Once I got to Earth, I just collapse.
No, you have to. I mean, you wouldn't quite collapse, but there's exercises you have to be doing while you're in space.
Oh, yeah.
When you come home. Yeah. Okay. See, I think I'd rather deal with demons and ghouls, quite frankly, than the physicality of living in space.
Yeah. I don't know. For now, I'm picking space. I think
space.
That's what for me.
Okay. All right. Would you rather have spaghetti for hair or marshmallows for hands? I actually couldn't wait to ask you that stupid question. Would you rather have spaghetti for hair or marshmallows for hands?
Is it just the noodles or is the sauce included with the spaghetti?
I knew you were going to ask about the noodles and pasta. I think you have to wear the marinara. I think it's a wet spaghetti dish on top of your head. I mean, it's not going to obviously like just spray everywhere or whatever. Right. It's magical. But
I'm worried about like if I lean my head back on my headrest in the car or when I sleep, there's just going to be sauce everywhere.
Correct.
It's going to be a mess. But if I had marshmallow hands, I couldn't do anything because I couldn't pick anything up or write or.
Right.
They're just floppy.
And if you burn them.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you got them too hot, like what would happen?
They'd melt in the shower. Like it'd be all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to say spaghetti hair.
Spaghetti hair. Okay. Spaghetti hair. See, I would also be worried about eating my marshmallow hands personally because I really like marshmallows. And I would just eat my hands.
You're just like,
well, whatever. I've got marshmallow hands. What am I going to do? What am I going to do with them? Eat them.
Right? Oh, no.
Okay, so spaghetti for hair. Got it.
Spaghetti for hair.
Would you rather be constantly itchy or constantly sticky?
Oh, I don't.
I know.
I don't like either of those. And what am I sticky from? Is it just like my skin is sticky? Or is it like... and I'm constantly sticky where? Like sticky hands? Sticky all over? I need to know.
Yes, I think you're constantly sticky. Everything you touch and everything that touches you is sticky. So it's your hands, it's your skin. Everywhere your skin is sticky. It's like a tacked paper or something, you know.
Okay.
And then what's the other one?
Itchy. It's same thing.
You're
itchy
just itchy everywhere. Yeah.
Oh no.
I
don't like that.
Oh no.
So
itchy is bad.
Itchy is the
itchy
worst.
Usually means something else is going on, right? Itchy is, I mean, although if you're oozing stickiness, I assume something else is going on too.
Am I like one of those poisonous toads? If somebody licks me, do they die?
Well,
I guess that would make me venomous, right? Oh no, if I bit them,
no, they're not going to get high, but they might stick to you though. They might stick their tongue to you. How sticky are you?
I don't know, but honestly, between the two, I think you're right. If I am itchy, especially everywhere, I'm going to scratch through my skin. It's going to be everybody's had an itch they couldn't reach, like maybe you know, the middle of your back or something. It's insanity inducing. So I would say I would be sticky.
What was that?
Because I think sticky is gross.
Oh yes,
sticky is gross, but I might actually go insane if I was itchy all the time.
I think I would. I would lose my mother flipping mind if I don't
think I can focus. So I'll say sticky, unfortunately.
Yeah, that would also drive me crazy, but I'd take that over anything other than that.
Yeah.
Okay, next. These are very important questions, people, and I hope you understand the depth of research that we did to get here today, because these questions may change the world. You never know. Teena, would you rather have a tongue that glows in the dark or hair that changes color with your mood?
Oh, I think the hair that changes color with my mood would be awesome.
Yeah.
Except, hold on. Let me think this through a little bit.
Sure. Tell us about it.
If I don't know, that could be bad at work. You know what I mean? So like if only because then people would eventually, everybody would get to know what color meant what.
Sure.
And I don't know, but the glow in the dark tongue.
Where could that be a problem? That couldn't be a problem for anyone, could it? I don't think so.
Well, when I open my mouth, so the back of my tongue would glow. So like,
oh, everything's glowing. You open your mouth and everyone's seeing your tongue glowing in the dark.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the hair.
Really?
I can see some downsides to it, but what colors does it turn?
Well, I don't know. Like
it's like a mood ring.
Symbolic colors, right? So you're angry, it would turn black. If you're horny, it'll turn green. If you're scared, it'll turn yellow. I don't know. These are the colors associated with, right? If you're brave, it'll turn blue, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go with the hair.
Okay. Cool.
I think for the most part that would be cool. There would be a couple of times when it would be uncomfortable and I would have to just bring a hat with me, like a beanie.
Is it the same hat that you tucked your bunny ears under?
Yes.
That hat? Okay, got it.
Maybe that hat.
I gotta tell you, I think I would go with glowing tongue because there's just the sheer shock factor. Like, just if you're ever like in a bar fight with someone or someone's just pissing you off, or like you just turn around and just go, it's just like people would freak the fuck out if your glowing tongue came out of your mouth. Or you're just in a movie theater, you just tap someone on the shoulder and turn around and you stick your tongue out at them. Like, That would be really kind of cool.
That's an interesting life you live there. How often are you getting in bar fights?
Just a few. Just a few.
Well, okay. I mean, yeah, there's valid points either way.
It's those Harry Potter fans. I gotta knock them down an inch or two. No, I think for the mood hair color thing would be fun, obviously, and yeah, it could be problematic because people would know why are you turning black? Why is your hair being bitchy? Like, what's going on?
As you're talking to a customer, it just starts to get dark.
Yeah, exactly. Flame red, like, you know, coming off your head.
Right.
But the shock value I could inflict on people with a glow in the dark tongue would just be too much to resist. I couldn't. I have to have a glow in the dark tongue.
Yeah, I can. Oh, right. Solid argument. I can totally see it.
All right, this is just too much. Let's end this last one here.
All right.
Let's do two more. Would you rather have hands that function as flashlights or feet that function as pogo sticks? Hands that function as flashlights or feet like pogo sticks.
Are they all the time? They have a function like Inspector Gadget, or are my feet always pogo sticks?
I think you're much like the marshmallow spaghetti hair question or whatever the hell it was. I think they're always there. I think you're going to be hopping around on pogo sticks. Or
so the flashlight hands, is it Iron Man, like, and it's out of my palm, or like each fingertip a flashlight?
I think you no longer have a hand. You have what we would call a flashlight that requires 2 double D batteries or whatever the hell they're called.
So no finger. I wouldn't have any fingers.
No, your hand would just be.
You said it functioned like a flashlight. You didn't say flashlights for hands. So I
have hands. Okay, you're right. Have hands that function as flashlights or feet that function as pogo sticks. Okay, fine. So they are still anatomically hands and feet.
Gotcha. I'm gonna pick the flashlight hands because I think that would be cool. As long as I have fingers, I don't know, because you're walking around at dark at night. I mean, you always have a light on you, right? You need to see something, you just hold your hand up and it glows or has like a little circle with the.
But what if that thing you see is something you need to get away from quickly? Then you got pogo
make
feet.
Fists. Turn the lights off. They can't see me. Put my hands in my pockets.
I love it. Okay, that's true. That's what you would do with your flashlight hands.
Yes.
That's what I would do. All right. Last question. Okay. Would you rather live in a world where dinosaurs still exist or where robots rule? And we're talking AI robots. We're not talking Disney animatronics.
So the robots rule or dinosaurs just exist?
Correct.
Do they exist everywhere or just like on an island like in Jurassic Park?
Well, that's not very scary, is it? Just don't go to the island and you're good. No, they exist everywhere. They're amongst us. They're at the grocery store. They're at the gas station.
I don't like the idea of robot rulers. Like we built you. Now, why are you guys the rulers?
You say that you say that like it's a controversial thought, a controversial stance to make. I don't like the idea of robot rulers. I don't think a lot of people are going to disagree with you.
Yeah, I don't also like the idea that I could get stepped on by a Brachiosaurus or something. You know what I mean? Also, T-Rexes. No, thank you.
Hold on.
What? I'm just saying.
Brachiosaurus, is that a real one? Or isn't that like the things inside your lungs? What the little capillaries inside your lungs? I don't know.
Bronchial?
Bronchial.
So I said a Brachiosaurus, not a bronchial, correct. Whatever. And I don't know why I'm touching my chest.
But I think now I need a Bronchiosaurus. So, all right.
Whatever. Okay. I'm just saying there's a lot of giant dinosaurs that will come tramping through the area and destroy your house, and you'll be sleeping, right? So what do we have to go back to living in caves where they can't get to?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. God, or underground or some kind of thing. So
I have to choose the robot overlords.
What? You're going with the AI? You're going with Skynet? Don't you think we could ever eventually overthrow the dinosaurs before we could overthrow Skynet?
Yeah, I don't. Those are bad choices, both of them. I do not like it.
Yes, this wasn't.
But I also think that the robots would be very, what was that movie with Keanu Reeves? The Matrix. So I think it would be very much like they have this order, and if you lived within the order, you followed the rules. Not that it would be fun, but necessarily it might not also be that bad. But I don't know. I just couldn't. If getting crushed by a dinosaur or going to the grocery store and getting eaten by a T-Rex is not something that I would want either, because the car's not going to keep them out.
No.
Me being in a car is not going to keep a dinosaur from squashing me. No, like
but I think we could imagine that we've adapted a society where we can learn to, maybe our towns are electrified somehow, our borders are protected.
So is this part of the game? So our towns are electrified in a dinosaur world? You didn't tell me that. You just said.
Well, if you're going to go logically, if humans exist with dinosaurs, how would we exist with them? I think we would grow defenses and learn defenses against the dinosaurs before we could against Skynet. That's my stance.
All right, well, good for you. You're allowed to have your own opinion. We disagree.
She just called me stupid and wrong. Did you hear that? Okay, well, since we're not going to agree on anything today, that's the end of This or That. We will probably do this again, but we'll probably change it up. Maybe you'll ask me some questions.
Maybe I can ask you. Yes, absolutely.
Selfish person who never wants to know anything about me. Gosh.
Okay, I'll ask you questions next time. We'll see how that goes.
All right, folks. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'll see you at the next segment. Bye.
Bye.